All right, what's up, everybody? We are back with the weekly fix. This is the week 14 picking games against the spread. Last week, I believe we picked with Billy Truelove, and the record at the end of last week, I had a good week. I went 11-3, and Billy representing the, not Josh's, which is what this has been throughout most of the season, went 7-7, which was good for the 14 games. But the record for Billy and crew is 97-96 against the spread, and I am 96-97. So Billy has been saying that he thought I had a chance to make a run and tie this thing up, and I've gotten very close to it. And so Brian is going to sit in the seat and pick for the games against the spread this week. We did not get this in time for Thursday, so we won't speculate whether we would have picked the Steelers or the Vikings. So we're going to jump into the Sunday game. So Brian, the first one, the Baltimore Ravens go to the Cleveland Browns. Cleveland is favored by 3 at home, which essentially means this is a picking game. Typically speaking, traditionally in the gambling lines, if you're favored by 3 at home, you get 3 points for being at home. So anything less than 3, you're technically not favored. Anything more than 3, you're favored more. So this is kind of an even game. So where do you see this one going?
Okay, so I don't do this very often. I'm not, so it's for the people listening. This is a learning as I go process here. But if I had to go Browns Ravens, I think the Ravens are going to do what they have to do, and they will probably win. But beat the spread, is that the right word? I don't know.
Yep. Okay. So if the Ravens win, they definitely beat the spread. Next, we have Jacksonville going to Tennessee. The Titans are favored at home by 8.5. So Vegas is expecting them to win big. Where do you see this one going?
I agree with them that, yeah, Titans are going to mop the floor with them by at least that much.
I agree with that as well. All right, next one, the big game. The Raiders going to Kansas City. The Chiefs are favored by 10 at home. I'm going with KC to win by, well more than 10 points and cover the spread.
All right, me too. Yeah, I was thinking that.
All right. Next, we have the New Orleans Saints traveling to New York to play the Jets. The Saints are favored on the road by 5.5. I honestly don't know what we're getting from the Saints any given week, but I have to believe that they can beat the Jets by a touchdown.
Yep, me too.
Okay. All right. So next we have Dallas heading out east to the Washington football team, which is suddenly threatening to take the lead in the East, or at least make this interesting in the NFC East. So what do you see for this one? Dallas is favored by 4.5 on the road.
Oh, yeah, I think Dallas might lose this game.
So you're going with Washington to at least keep it within a field goal?
Yep.
All right. I'm going to go with the Cowboys. I think this is a get right game for them. Next, we have the Atlanta Falcons heading north a few hours to Carolina to play the Panthers. Carolina is favored at home by 2.5, which essentially means they're not favored. Where are you going on this one?
Yeah, I don't think the Falcons win this game.
So you think the Panthers win by at least a field goal?
Yep, I think so.
Cool. I'm gonna pick Atlanta for I think the first time this year. So I'm gonna depart on that one. Right. We got Seattle going to Houston. Seattle's favored by 8.5 over Houston, even though Seattle's on the road. Houston's named the backup quarterback. I don't think that team could be more dysfunctional. I'm going with the Seahawks to win by, probably 20, let alone 9.
Yep, I feel you on that one. I agree with you.
Got it. All right. We got the Detroit Lions fresh off their first win over the Vikings, and they're going on the road to Denver to play the Broncos, who are fresh off a big loss to the Chiefs. Denver's favored by 10.5 at home. What do you think on this one?
I'm going to have fun. I think Detroit is I think they're not going to cover the spread.
Yeah. So. I'm going to go with Denver to cover that and beat the Lions pretty severely. I think that Denver looks at this as an opportunity to tell the world that at the very least, if they're not a playoff team, they're better than getting shellacked by the Chiefs on Sunday Night Football. So then we have the New York Giants heading out west to play the LA Chargers. The Chargers are favored by 10 at home. Yeah. I think that the Chargers get the win and they take care of business and beat the Giants by by at least
11. At least 10. Yeah.
So we're in agreement there. All right. Two interesting teams at the bottom of the playoff bracket on each side, but definitely playoff teams. We have the Niners heading east to play the Cincinnati Bengals, and the Niners are actually favored on the road by 1.5 points. I'm going with the Bengals on this one to win this game at home.
Yeah, I think Bengals. Yeah, no problem. I think the Bengals are going to take care of it, and actually,
got it.
I think it's going to be fairly good too. So, take care of it.
All right. So this is probably the most interesting matchup of the week. Looking at the rest of them, I definitely think it's the most interesting matchup of the week. We have the Buffalo Bills heading south to face the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Bucs are favored by 3.5. The Bills have a good defense. They have good weapons on receiver. Tampa does not have a good passing defense. They've got a good running game. They got good weapons on offense. Where do you see this one going? Buffalo at Tampa. Tampa favored by 3.5.
Wow. I guess what kind of Buffalo Bills are we going to get? Who's going to show up, I guess, is the question. I think Tampa Bay takes care of it.
Okay. All right. I'm going with a statement win by the Bills on this one.
All right. So they're going to show up. Like, they're not, no more of this nonsense, like Jaguar kind of stuff.
Correct.
No more
there you go.
The Jaguar.
There you go.
Okay.
All right. Then we have the oldest NFL rivalry. We got the Bears going north to Lambeau Field to play the Packers. The Packers are favored by 12.5 at home. I am going for the Packers to win, but I think that the Bears get chippy in this one and keep it closer than 12.5.
All right. I guess make it fun. I'll say the Pack. As Aaron Rodgers, is he feeling okay? He's there, right?
I mean, everybody's hurt this year. Everybody's hurt this time of the year, so he's dealing with his stuff. But it's Packers Bears.
So I think Green Bay wins. They cover it. And how much does a ticket to that game cost? You think Bears Green Bay?
So it all depends. Those tickets, you're never getting season tickets to the Packers. The biggest thing that local attorneys, there's not a lot of major crime that happens in Green Bay. So if you're an attorney, there's a good chance you're doing some estate planning, and the heaviest workload from an estate planning standpoint for a Green Bay lawyer most often ends up in who gets the Packer tickets.
Right. Actually, I have a family friend who her father signed her up for the wait list on the Packers, and that came through like a few years ago, and now she's got season tickets to him, but she got signed up when she was born.
And let me guess, she's 50.
No, she's 40. No, she's 44, but yeah.
Yes. There you go. That's what the wait list looks like. But that being said, just clicking on the ESPN page where it's got tickets as low at $95. Most of the time you can find somebody that'll sell you a ticket for $100 to walk in the door at Lambeau. And
cool. That's awesome.
Yeah. I mean, the high, there's not a bad seat in that stadium. The high seats are still
the cheapest
good
seat for the Cowboys Chiefs game was like $245 according to like the
yeah.
But anyway,
but at the same time, you can walk in the door for 104 to the Chiefs game this week. So just looking at the aftermarket ticket situation. So the cheapest ticket is the New York Jets. You can walk in the door for $15. You can walk in at Cincinnati for 23. You can walk into Cleveland for 24. You're at 32 at Tennessee. You're 35 in Carolina, 34 at the Chargers. The most expensive ticket is Buffalo at Tampa. You're looking at $200 to walk in the door there.
Wow.
But you can go to Monday Night Football in Arizona, Glendale, Arizona. Nice stadium, nice weather for $53. You can get in and get a seat.
All right. I'm sorry, I digress from our picks here. So.
Oh, you're good. So then last one, Monday Night Football, Rams heading to Arizona. Arizona's favored by 2.5, which means that this is a pick'em game, slightly leaning towards the Rams. What are you thinking there?
I think the Cardinals keep on rolling, or they keep on their season looking good and everything. So I'm gonna go the Cardinals covering it.
All right, I'm going with the Rams to win this game. and make that NFC West as interesting again as it was at the beginning of the season. So that's it. We'll definitely have a change in the standings next week. We have 13 games and we pick differently on 6 of them. So there will be some changes in the standings. We'll see how it goes.